Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
A local artist decides to add some decor to his garage door and runs into trouble with the city.
For the first time in more than a decade, the UAW is on strike against a major automaker, and this time around, some old rules seem to be going out the window. We are just about 18 hours into the first UAW strike since 2007.
And here's where things stand as we hit the 6 o'clock hour. Both sides still at the bargaining table. Definitely a positive, with nearly 50,000 workers on strike. Teamsters Union is supporting the UAW by refusing to deliver GM vehicles to dealerships, though GM says for now they've got enough supply.
President Trump this afternoon called for a quick resolution and reiterated his stance of not wanting GM to set up plants outside of the United States. Our team coverage here at 6 includes Priya Mann live with a pulse of the workers.
Let's start things off, though, here at 6 with business editor Rob Maloney taking stock of what is different this time around. Rob, both sides kind of breaking some old rules.
Oh, no doubt about it, Devin. I mean, let's think about it. Twitter was only a year old the last time we had a strike like this, so it didn't show up on that radar, but it did last night. The President of the United States himself said, here we go again with General Motors and the United Auto Workers. Get together and make a deal. That's one thing. But then GM's PR chief, Tony Cervone, responded to the tweet saying he couldn't agree more. For generations, the minute the traditional handshake happens, it's tradition to keep radio silence, but not this time. About an hour and a half before the contract deadline, GM gave the union an offer. The UAW effectively said, too late, because it had already set the strike wheels in motion by announcing a Sunday morning press conference. Now, the strike, especially a national strike, is the bluntest instrument at the union's disposal. And when the National Bargaining Committee marched into the RenCen yesterday, GM decided it was game on.
We believe that we presented a strong offer to the UAW.
GM put its manufacturing executive vice president Gerald Johnson in front of a TV camera and shipped his words to every media outlet with any interest.
Inside that offer is over $7 billion of investment in plants and new product programs that also impact 5,400 jobs, new or created.
Breaking that tradition, sufficiently tweaked UAW Vice President Terry Dittus to go on CNN this morning to say,
we in the union do not negotiate in the press. In all my years, I have never disclosed those details outside the bargaining table.
Yet as long as the rank and file are on the picket line and the opportunity presented itself, he took his shot, explaining how much work remains.
That only 2% of our proposals have been tentatively agreed to.
That kind of characterization has long been a no-no for the executives doing these kind of talks. But they're at the table. They're talking. I have no doubt they discussed this today, but they're probably moving on to the more substantive issues like, hey, what do you say we get a contract here? Back to you.
A really different, Rod, but there is at least room for some optimism that it could be resolved in days rather than weeks, right?
Well, they have a lot to work with in that agreement that that General Motors gave to the UAW. There were a lot of things addressed that the union wants, so you get the impression that that 2% is well past that by now, just by the offer that's already been made.
Yeah. All right, Rod, we'll let you get back to your sources. Local workers are joined in their strike by others around the country, many of them nearby in Flint, as you see in this photo.
But there are also picket lines today in places like Wentzville, Missouri, outside the GM plant there, where they assemble full-size vans and mid-size trucks.
And in Texas, UAW members braving temperatures in the mid-90s, a hot day there, picketing outside the Arlington plant where several SUVs are assembled. All those workers wanting their voices to be heard as they now wait for word from union leadership.
Priya Mann has been out speaking to local UAW members about how they're coping with the strike and about what they'd like to see in a new contract. Priya, so much at stake here.
Yeah, that's right. And Karen, UAW workers tell me this strike feels very different from the one in 2007. Back then, GM was facing a potential bankruptcy. This time, the union's own leadership is mired in controversy. Members told me what they hope to get in the next contract.
I would love for them to at least hire the temps that have been out there busting their butt next to all of us for the last 3 to 5 years, with nothing to show for it.
The plight of temporary workers and rising health care costs topping the list for many UAW GM members.
I have stage 3 kidney disease. I could not take off to go see a doctor because as a temp, you don't have that vacation time to maneuver and just take off.
Sierra Tucker became full-time after 13 months, but says that's not the case for many of her coworkers.
It's pretty scary, just not knowing if you're going to have a job in the future.
While job security is an issue across the board, temporary workers make less and have reduced benefits with no end in sight.
I want to get paid exactly the same as everyone else, you know, not just being a temp, coming right in, being a temp. I do the same work that everyone else does, so I want to get paid exactly the same.
GM's initial contract offer lacked specifics on healthcare costs and prescription benefits.
They want to increase our share of donating to health care, but they're not donating. Mary Barr just got her raise. Why shouldn't our people get higher?
And at this hour, both sides are back at the bargaining table. Not clear how long this strike will last. Meanwhile, contracts were extended for both Chrysler and Ford workers. Those UAW members, of course, keeping a very close eye on what happens here. Reporting live from Hamtramck, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you, Priya.
Right now on clickondetroit.com, we've put together a look at what led to where we are right now, what's at stake for both sides if a deal is not reached. You can find the link right at the top of our homepage right now.
A local man is in a dispute with the city of Warren over his artwork.
He says it's on his property. It's his right. They say it's in violation of a city ordinance. Let's get to Jamie Edmonds to explain what's happening here. Jamie?
Good evening, Devin. I'm here in Warren. This is Michael Esser's garage, or rather the side of it. To any of us, it really just looks like a teal wall, but to Esser and his girlfriend, who are artists, this is a blank slate for them to practice their craft.
The first picture that we drew under this wall was a mural or tribute to a movie.
Last year, this is what the side of Michael Esser's garage in Warren looked like. The graffiti artist, who goes by the name of Juice,
Yeah, this is it right here,
would call it a masterpiece. So it was a surprise when he got a notice from the city last June.
Then we got a notice from the city of Warren saying that we are in violation of their ordinance when it comes to dealing with blight.
In its letter, the city argues defacement of property. The IMPC rule states, quote, willfully or wantonly damage, mutilate, or deface.
I can't deface my own property.
A month later, Esser got a letter from the city spelling out 3 different violations, including having an image using graphics or letters to communicate a message or attract attention.
See, the thing is, if I would have painted pretty flowers on here or an American flag, nobody would have had an issue with it, and this would have never happened. But it's because somebody doesn't like it, doesn't justify or give them the rights to stop me from doing it.
Esser says this has been a year-long, expensive legal fight. Right now, the garage is clear. But for this artist, who's been commissioned by neighborhood groups and even painted outside the DIA, he can't understand why he can't practice his craft in the privacy of his own backyard.
It's the principle. The bottom line is this is my property. We're in America. This is Michigan.
Now, I did try and get in contact with the city of Warren. I called, I also emailed. I did talk to briefly Dean James. He's the Division of Building and Safety Engineering. He said I had to talk to the city attorney. I left a message there, and I didn't hear back as of airtime. I just wanted to show you, this is the backyard. There's a fence right here and a neighbor right here who hasn't been home, so I couldn't talk to the neighbor. But according to Esser, this neighbor here with the awning is fine with his artwork. So I know a lot of artists are interested in this story and how this whole thing plays out with the city when this is private property. Live in Warren, Jamie Edmonds, Local 4.
It's bringing a lot of conversations around.
Yeah, he did make a point about if you like it or you don't like it.
Quite an issue, yeah. All right, Jamie. Well, the Detroit Youth Choir has made Hollywood their home now for 27 days and counting. They've almost moved there.
I know. Well, they are set to perform in the finals tomorrow night.
So let's get back to Kimberly Gill, live from Hollywood. That's got a nice ring to it. Kimberly Gill, live from Hollywood. She caught up with the parents who have been trying to keep the kids focused throughout this whole ordeal. Kim, it has been a long time they've been there.
You're right, Devin. Karen, good evening to you back in Detroit. Yes, the kids have to stay focused, but it's also a lot for these parents to contend with, too. As you said, they've been here going on 28 days now, many of them leaving their jobs without pay.
I'm going back to that phrase, unbelievable. There are no words, really, to express how we really feel. Yes, we are excited. We are excited for our kids. We are excited for Mr. White. We are excited for the people back home because we know that all of their hopes, all of their dreams are being emitted through that television screen to them.
Overwhelmed with emotion, parents of the Detroit Youth Choir are so proud of their children and grateful for the support from everyone in Metro Detroit.
That's what we miss the most.
Yes.
We're here and we're in it, but we're so excited to get home to see what you guys are really happy for us. The kids don't realize what they've done.
It's not just the kids. The parents and chaperones have also been away from home for nearly a month, but say the sacrifice is worth it.
A lot of the parents, we do worry about our jobs. Will we have a job when we get home? Whatnot, but we know that the ultimate sacrifice is for our children.
That's right, indeed, and they are keeping strong for the kids out here. And speaking of support back home in Detroit, this is a shirt that was made by a local company called What Up Doe Apparel. They donated nearly 100 of these shirts to the kids, and the chaperones had them FedExed out here overnight so that they could support and represent Detroit with their signature color of purple. That is support, and they feel it out here. Coming up on the news at 11, I'm going to do my best to talk to some of these kids if their schedule permits. Until then, we'll see you coming up at 11. Reporting live tonight in Hollywood, Kimberly Gill, Local 4.
Those kids sure are busy.
I mean, they got to get some homework done in the meantime, too. All right, Kim, we'll talk to you again later in support of the DYC. In fact, we want everyone to wear purple tomorrow. We know all the schools where the DYC kids attend are going to be doing that, even the Spirit of Detroit getting into it. So join us, put on some purple, and show your support tomorrow.
And time now for a check of the national stories you'll see ahead at 6:30 on NBC Nightly News.
Lester Holt standing by tonight, not too far from where Kimberly was. He's in Los Angeles with a preview. Hi, Lester.
Hey, Karen and Devin, coming up, the attacks on the world's oil supply, how it could impact the price you pay at the pump, plus my journey over the weekend to Alaska and one of its most majestic glaciers melting away before our eyes. It's part of our new series, Climate in Crisis, tonight.
And Lester, I understand this glacier has some special meaning for you.
Yeah, I used to visit it as a child. I spent 4 years living in Alaska. My father was with the military. You could see it from the lake all way back then, but no longer. And it's a part of the story we're covering, and we'll have that for you tonight.
Yeah, eager to see that. All right, Lester, thanks very much. We'll see you soon. Still ahead for having it their way.
And you thought the Impossible Whopper was something. Coming up, we'll tell you what a bunch of Burger King stores are doing that even employees thought wasn't possible.
It is possible we could see fog tonight when the clouds return. They're starting to clear out now, but don't expect that tomorrow morning, plus when the sun finally sticks around for good. All coming up in a few minutes.
Top jobs at Michigan State vacated in the wake of the Larry Nassar scandal has now been filled. That's next.